Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a video about the changing rule. It's this page right here in your packet, and it's about certain nouns, singular nouns that end with a Y, or with a vowel in Y, or a consonant in Y. This rule would work with these in these two ways. So if you have a noun that ends with a consonant and a Y, or a vowel and a Y, then you'll need to know how to spell these nouns if you wanted to say the plural form, more than one, for it. So let's look at a couple of examples together. So story, that's a singular noun, just one story. If I wanted to spell this to show more than one story, stories, then since this has a consonant and a Y, I need you to change the Y to an I and add ES to make a plural. So the way that I would spell stories would be S-T-O-R-I, change the Y to an I, and add ES. Okay? So if there's a word that ends with a consonant and a Y, you change the Y to I and add ES to make a plural. Let's take a look at this one. Activity. So that's just one activity, one thing that you do, activity. If you wanted to talk about activities, more than one, you have to look at the last two letters, just like before. So T is a consonant and Y. So just like with story, when I have a word that ends with a consonant and a Y, I need to change the Y to an I and add ES. So I would spell activities as ACTIVITIES. Activities. All right, so let's come down and take a look at this singular noun, donkey. One donkey. All right, let's look at the last two letters. I want to make donkeys, more than one. So I'm going to look and I see a vowel, E, and Y. Now, when I have a consonant and a Y, I change the Y to I and add ES to make a plural, like I did on the first two examples. But down here, I don't have that. I have a vowel and Y. So when that happens, all you do is just add an S. And now your noun is plural. Don't have to change the Y or the E or anything. You just add an S at the end when your word ends with a vowel and Y. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Spray. So like sprays of water like on a plant. That's what I want to change it to, sprays. So I look at the last two letters and I see again a vowel and a Y. So since this is a vowel and a Y, to make a plural, I should just add S. And down here for this last example, treaty, just in case you didn't know, kids, that's the paper that two countries will sign when they're fighting each other to make the fighting stop. So if there are a bunch of those signed, we would call those treaties. Treaties. So let's take a look at the last two letters. I see a consonant and T and then Y, which means to make it more than one, I have to drop the Y, change it to I, and add ES. So more than one treaty would be treaties, and I would spell that as TREATIES. So hopefully that made sense. If you have any questions at all about that, let me know, and I'll make a video to help as soon as I can.